Hey y'all, it's Grace and I'm here in Red Rooster's training lab in Floyd. Like most of you, I have been spending the majority of my time in the comfort of my own home with the occasional trip to work, which is where I am today. And since I'm here, I wanted to share a recipe with you guys that I have been playing around with at home. I've seen a few people online doing this recipe, but I feel like I'm really starting to figure it out and I cannot wait to share it with you. So let's get started. This brew device, called a Moka Pot, has been around since the 1930s and can be found in many homes today. Most of us, including myself, we do not have access to an espresso machine at home. And I know some of y'all are missing being able to go inside your favorite cafe and order an espresso or an espresso-based beverage. The Moka Pot can help with that by making a coffee resembling espresso right on your stovetop. And the best part is this recipe that I am sharing with you today can be the base of some really delicious milk-based beverages. More on that in just a minute. First, we are going to dive into making our espresso. Now, it's really easy to create a bitter flavor profile with this brew if it's done incorrectly.
It works similar to a pressure cooker. It has a valve that goes down to the bottom chamber, and when water is heated, pressure will build up and go through the ground coffee, giving you a coffee that's brewed at a higher temperature and a higher pressure, resulting in more of an espresso. My first bit of advice is to just go ahead and heat your water up first, because using cold water is going to force your coffee grinds to heat up too, which might bring out some bitterness in your final brew. So let's go ahead and avoid that so that they're not heating up at the same time. While our water is heating up, we're going to go ahead and grind our beans. So we want to grind our beans slightly coarser than we would espresso. Table salt is a really good reference. I'm using our Flight Seasonal Espresso. It's a 3-bean blend of natural and washed processed coffees from Ethiopia and El Salvador. I love this coffee. It is lighter, but it's so sweet, like candied lemon and lime, tart cherries, and a creamy milk chocolate. Now, if you want an espresso more on the medium to darker side, I recommend the Old Crow or the Waxwing blend. All delicious, it just really depends on what you like. One of the reasons I really love this brew method, especially for beginners at home brewing coffee, it's not super complicated. We're not weighing out our beans and we're not weighing out how much water we're using. Once we have ground our coffee to the right consistency, all we're going to do is just fill that basket and level the grinds. We're not going to press or tamp the grinds like we might normally do when we're working behind an espresso machine, but just go ahead and fill that basket up and level that brew bed. When you're ready, go ahead and place your Moka Pot on the burner or your home stove top. The water is going to begin to evaporate at this point, but it's trapped, so it is going to build up some pressure and force its way through the funnel and up into our top chamber here. Now, at this point, I'm going to be watching the liquid coming into the top chamber very closely. Once I have reached the level of an espresso shot, we're going to remove the Moka Pot. Now, if you're looking for more of an Americano style coffee, listen for the sound of a gurgle and a lighter looking liquid coming through the top. Reduce the heat and remove from the burner immediately. I also like to run the bottom under cold water to stop the brew process from continuing. This is also going to get rid of any steam and just stopping that brew completely. Now that our espresso is ready to go, we're going to go ahead and heat up some milk to about 130 degrees. If you have a thermometer handy, use it. If not, just watch the milk and make sure it doesn't ever reach boiling. And for the fun part, we're gonna froth up the milk using another super common household brew device, the French press. After plunging a few times to create microfoam, we're gonna tap out those bubbles. And we're gonna pour a latte. And there you go. That's it, folks.
If you're wanting to go even further with this recipe, I recommend adding JT Copper syrup to your latte. My favorite is the vanilla bean, a flavor far from plain. Okay, that's all I have for you guys today. Tag us in your homebrew adventures. Let us know how it's going. Reach out to us. We are virtually here for you guys. And one last thing before you check out of here, Red Rooster's Race to 9,000 Followers giveaway on Instagram is live. We are giving you a chance to win a Fellow Stag EKG electric kettle, along with a 12-ounce bag of our brand new, soon-to-be released Ethiopia Shantawane, a $166 value. All you have to do is follow Red Rooster, like this post, and tag 4 friends. Okay, everybody, stay safe out there, be smart. We appreciate you and love you so much. Catch you next time.